Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Code Meet, online coding classes for all the grades. I hope you guys are doing well. So if you also want to be pro in coding, want to know about basics of coding and have some individual online classes, so you can contact us on the details given on the screen. Okay, email handle, Instagram handle and our WhatsApp details. Okay, thank you so much. Now let's start with today's topic. So, I hope you all have practiced variables, print command in Python, and why Python is useful, what is coding. Today, the main purpose of this session is your data types. Okay, so we are going to learn about data types in today's class. Okay, now what does this data types means? As we are already aware about what do we mean by particular variable, right? Variable is what storing the value somewhere. Now, what kind of values we can store, that is going to be coming in data. Data means the type of value, okay? Fine, so whole data types means like type of value, okay? Now, this type of value can be, now see, there are various types. First one is going to be your string value, okay? If I talk about string means basically your combination of, see, just a second, combination of letters, numbers, special characters, and etc. Means it could have anything. Letters means if I say A to Z. Numbers means any number from 0 to 9, even your decimal ones also. Special character means ampersand, hashtag, your particular dollar sign, asterisk sign, this one, and many more which are there. So it is combination of all the things, okay? And the main thing to keep in mind for this, like it is enclosed in double or your single quotation marks, okay? And it is basically important, okay? It is mandatory for the strings to have double or single quotation marks, okay? Fine. So this is what is your string, okay? Now basically we are going to look to another particular data type, okay? Now first we will be looking forward to data types only, then we will be basically practicing them out, okay? Fine. Now see, basically after string what comes? There comes your particular second one, that is your integer. Integer means, I hope you guys have listened about integers in mathematics, right? Integer means all the numbers, correct? Numbers which are in the combination of 0 to 9 and they do not require any sort of double quotes or single. Okay, so you can write it without double quotes or single quotes. Okay, now coming to your next one, that is your float value. Okay, float means your decimal numbers. In integer, what kind of numbers were there? 0 to 9 combination. Like if I am writing 848342 1. So this is your integer, which is having all the combinations that could be created using 0 to 9 combination. And float is what? Your decimal numbers. Decimal numbers means which is going to include points. Points like 8.48, 4.0, 0.2 and etc. Okay, and it is also not going to have any sort of double quotes or single quotes. Okay, always remember double quotes and single quotes are mandatory and important in your string, not in integer, float, anything. Okay, fine. Now coming to basically your next part, that is your basically, if you see, your boolean values. Okay, now we are going to discuss about your boolean values. Now see, in boolean values what happens? Now these are the types of data: string, integer, float. Like what kind of data are there? Okay, boolean means it is going to have only two values, that is going to be your true or false. Okay, means this is kind of for your yes or no questions. Sometimes what happens is you are saying is 8.4 is float, so it is going to return true, like that. Is 8 is present in 8.48, is 8 is present in 84821, so that is going to be true. Okay, so related to that, whenever the compiler, the system is returning the values output in form of true or false, that will be boolean. Okay, and always remember the main thing in this, like T and F should be capitalized. if I am going to write true in the small letters, it will not be acceptable. If I am writing false in these letters, it will not be acceptable. Basically, it will be considered as normal name only, but not as Boolean value. This is going to be considered as your Boolean data type. Cool? Okay. Now, basically, what we will be doing, we are going to first practice them. Okay. Then we will be coming to more parts of data type. Okay. Now, see, we are going to practically basically use. Now, see, these are your data types, and I am using Google Colab, as you already know. Okay. Now, see, suppose I am having this num variable equals to. Okay. Now it is having what? I am writing a number here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 8, 9. Okay, and you can see I'm not using any sort of double, and I'm writing here print. Now what it will do, it will be giving me the output whatever is inside stored in your num variable. Okay, fine. Always remember, Google Colab takes little bit time whenever it is executing its first program. So my first program is this only, so that's why it is taking time. Okay, otherwise when it will get its first program, it will run it soon. Okay, now can you see? Now suppose I am coming to num2, that is your second number. I am taking these reference for variables. Now see, 8.48. Suppose I have stored this and I am writing here print num2. What is happening over here? Run it. Can you see that? Okay, so this one is your, this is, I am writing out the comment, this is for your integer value, and this one is going to be your float value. Okay, and you can see I haven't used any sort of double or single quotes. Okay, now coming to another one, suppose I am writing a name here. Okay, so in double quotes I will be writing, suppose I am writing here, we are learning Python. Okay, and this is a particular string, right? And here I am doing print name. Okay, now coming to basically, this is what your string value. Now basically, let me show you the difference. What will happen if I am not giving any sort of double quotes? Okay, first of all, I would like to tell you, like, we can use double quotes and single quotes both. It will not make any sort of difference. With single quotes also it is a string, and with double quotes also it is a string. Okay, fine. Now coming to another particular thing. Now see, if I am writing here, suppose I am taking another variable name2. Okay, and in this I am trying to store Python, but this is without quotes. Can you see automatically yellow line is coming up, which is showing like it is a error. And now see, if I will try to print name2, what will happen? It will be showing me the error. What error it is showing? Name Python is not defined, because it is trying to figure out, like, is Python a variable? Because anything which is without double quotation marks or single quotation marks, especially if it is a word, then the compiler, your system, is going to consider and search it like a variable, because variable also do not require any sort of double or single. Okay, now see, if I will be giving it double quotes like this, and now I will be printing it out, now it will be definitely printing. Okay, now basically, as I told you, like, it is a combination of numbers and all. So suppose I am writing here Python at the rate 13th July. Suppose this is what I wanted, like number is also there, special character is also there, and see, you can do that. So basically, this is what your string values. Okay, you can use single quotes also, you can use double quotes. Clear? Now coming to basically telling you what is the difference. Now see, as I have told you, like, you can give the combination of numbers, decimals, special characters in this. Means if I am writing here, suppose age of something. Okay, so I can write in numbers here as well, right? And if I will be doing print age, it will work, because string means I can write anything out. Then why I am using special data type integer rather than string if numbers can also there in string? What is the main reason behind it? Because on the integer you can basically apply mathematical operations, but on the string we cannot apply any sort of mathematical operations. Suppose now I will be doing print age added with 2. What will it return? It should basically return 25, but it will be returning me type error, because it can only concatenate string, not int, because it is searching for, like, you are trying to add a number with a particular string value. Now if I am doing the same thing without double quotes, means it is now an integer value, and now adding it up, it will be returning you 25. Okay, same thing if you will be doing here for float value as well. Suppose float value was num2. Okay, now I'm trying to do print num2 added with 2. Okay, and I'm trying to print it. It will return me the particular name. Suppose I am converting this num2 into the string value and now trying to basically complete the operation. See, it is printing it because the main work is it is taking it as string and it will print it. But still it is going to show me the error. Why? Because it cannot concatenate. Okay. Now coming to basically next part, that is our Boolean value. Boolean value means suppose I am taking a equals to, this is your true value and this is going to be your false value. Okay. Now basically to know like what type of value is stored, we use a type key. Suppose I am writing here print type. Okay. Now I will be writing print type now. What it will return? Class int means it is from integer. And you can see num is in storing integer value. If I am writing num2 here, that is storing a float value, it will be returning me class. Now if I am writing here name2, it is going to return me string value, that is your class string. And now if I am going to basically give here a is storing the boolean value, so it is going to return me bool here. And by any chance if I am converting it into the small letters, and you can observe the color of the keyword has been changed and it is not going to return me bool because it is going to show me an error here, that will be here. And same thing if I am going to give type b, like what is the type of b here, so it is going to return me bool. Okay, so this is how we can identify the variables. Okay, I hope I am clear with the things. So yeah, this is it for today. This was the part 1 of your data types. In the next session we will be learning deep about your data types. Okay, so yeah, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the session. So if you want to continue, you can contact on following this. And so yeah, bye bye, have a nice day, take care.